You keep losing money because you've never understood one crucial difference.
So, picture this. It's September 2022. After 7 long years of work from literally thousands of engineers, Ethereum pulls off what might be the most complex technological upgrade in crypto history. They call it the merge.
And by all accounts, it was a staggering success. I mean, energy consumption just plummeted 99.95% overnight. The economics of the coin became deflationary. By every single technical metric you could possibly imagine, this was a massive, massive triumph.
So what happened to the price? You'd think it would skyrocket, right? Nope, it crashed. It dropped 17% in that same week, and it didn't stop there. It kept falling for the next 3 months.
Now, this isn't a story about bad technology. Far from it. This is a story about a fundamental confusion, a misunderstanding that has cost everyday investors billions of dollars. And in this explainer, we're going to make it crystal clear.
See, to understand why a huge technological win can turn into a brutal financial loss, you have to realize you're not just watching one game. You're watching 2 completely separate games, being played on the exact same field, but with totally different scorecards. On one side, you've got the chain. This is the cold, hard technology. Think of it as the infrastructure, the plumbing. And on the other side, you have the coin. This is the hot, psychological, emotional, financial asset. And here's the key. They are not the same thing. Not even close.
So how do we grade the chain? Well, it's pretty straightforward. We grade it like any other piece of infrastructure. You know, like a highway or an electrical grid. Is it stable and always on? That's uptime. How much traffic can it actually handle? That's throughput. Is it secure and reliable? That's finality and decentralization. Are smart people actually building stuff on it? That's developer activity. These are just engineering facts.
But the coin? The coin is a whole different beast. It's graded on a totally different curve, one that's all about market psychology. Can you sell it easily when you want to? That's liquidity. What's the story everyone is telling themselves about it? That's narrative strength. It's all about hype, speculation cycles, and token supply. The actual technology, it's barely even part of the conversation. Now, when investors get these 2 scorecards mixed up, when they try to grade the coin using the chain's metrics, that's when it leads to what feels like a total betrayal. So let's look at 3 powerful case studies that really drive this point home. Let's start with Ethereum's merge again. As we saw, the technology was just flawless. It was a monumental leap forward for the entire infrastructure. By any technical measure, the chain scored a perfect 10 out of 10. But the coin's report card? Oof, it was absolutely brutal. It underperformed the rest of the market for months. That technological masterpiece didn't translate into investment returns for anyone who bought the news. So here's the crucial point, our first big lesson. The chain improved. The coin didn't care. Okay, our next case just builds on this. Take Near Protocol back in 2025. This thing was an absolute infrastructure leader. We're talking about it processing billions in volume, having 46 million active users a month, and hitting 1 million transactions per second in tests. Technologically, it was completely best in class. So the Near token must have been flying, right? Well, it spent most of this period in what analysts politely called a prolonged bearish trend, basically stuck near $1 and getting smoked by projects with far, far worse technology.
You're seeing the pattern now, right? It's the exact same story, just a different project. The chain excelled. The coin didn't care.
But this is where it gets really fascinating, because this disconnect, it works in reverse too. Let's look at Solana in 2023. The chain had serious, well-documented problems. We're talking multiple complete network outages. And its biggest backer, FTX, had just collapsed in one of the biggest financial frauds in modern history. The infrastructure's report card was not looking good at all. So what did the coin do? It absolutely soared over 900% from its lows, becoming one of the best performing assets of the entire year. And this just perfectly illustrates the entire thesis. The chain had real problems, and the coin simply didn't care. So, if good technology doesn't guarantee a good investment and troubled technology doesn't guarantee a bad one, how in the world are you supposed to navigate this space? Well, there is a simple framework, a tool you honestly should have been given from the very start. Here it is. For each of our cases, you can assign 2 completely different scores. Ethereum post-merge, a really high chain score, but a low coin score. Near, an excellent chain score, but a terrible coin score. And Solana, a troubled chain score, but an incredible coin score.
Your financial return, it followed the coin score every single time.
This all leads to three really honest questions you have to ask yourself. 1. Am I evaluating the technology or am I evaluating the financial asset? 2. Which one do I actually care about, the innovation or the investment return? And 3, and this is the most important one, can I be truly honest with myself about which game I am really playing? We can actually give this whole phenomenon a name: misalignment. It's the permanent state of things where the quality of the chain and the value of the coin are not connected in any reliable way. And mixing up these two different types of analysis is the single biggest mistake that investors make in this space.
So it all comes down to this really simple, direct question. Are you an infrastructure investor, focused on the technology for the long term, or are you a trader, speculating on market psychology and narrative? Look, both of them are legitimate strategies, but pretending you're one when you're actually the other is a guaranteed way to lose.
The technology can be brilliant while your investment completely fails. The technology can be terrible while your investment succeeds wildly. So the final takeaway here is simple: grade the chain and the coin separately.